Hi, this is Amrita Sukumar, and I'm bringing to you this podcast called Unsettling. Look around you. Everyone is trying to create their own story. Make a tiny change in someone's life by just following their passion and in turn, inspiring the others to follow suit. This podcast brings to you stories of people who have defied the definition of settled set by the society and have created their own. They have found happiness in their version of settled. What is yours? We all have done it this lockdown, attempted to become the next master chef of the season. And our go-to is to look for recipes on Google or YouTube. And there is this one name that shows up everywhere. I'm sure you've guessed whom I'm talking about. So without further ado, let me welcome today's guests, the founders of Hebbar's Kitchen, Mr. Sudarshan Hebbar and Mrs. Archana Hebbar. So, hello Sudarshan. Hi Archana. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. How are you today?
Huh.
Hi Amrita, yeah, it's a busy day as usual. Yeah, it's going on good now.
Yes, it's a busy day.
Okay.
But yeah, today it was not that stressful. In fact, and I think we didn't do any shooting or any recording because we knew that we were having this interview. So
Okay.
yeah.
Also, I was a top priority today. I feel so blessed. So, I have this one query for you since you have been cooking everything at home and creating so many interesting videos. Do you ever eat outside?
Oh yeah, of course. That's how we actually explore and also learn. In fact, most of
Okay.
our, for example, one of the favorite dish we explored in one of the
Mhm.
near in restaurant is the Andhra cuisine Gutti Venkai curry. In fact, we
Okay.
were not sure of this recipe, but when we explored this, when we tasted it, we both loved it. In fact,
Yeah, the taste what we like the brinjal curries especially. Like each region will have their own way of cooking it,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, the Andhra style it's completely different than what we have it in Karnataka. So in Karnataka we call it as enegai,
Okay.
and whereas in Andhra they call it as gutti venkai. So there are like couple of different names and even the slight variation of the recipe changes. Like there will be a slight variation in the recipe as well, and taste
Okay.
is also very yeah. So it's always nice to explore and learn from the different people. Yeah.
yeah. And I think
Okay.
also we adapt other cuisines. Some
Uh-huh.
of the way it has been prepared and it has been served. In fact, we adapt those things and try to
Okay.
infuse it in our video as well. So yeah, of course, going out and exploring is a must for us. In fact, we make sure that I think
We
uh,
learn from that. Yeah.
yeah, Friday or Saturday we go out and explore other cuisines. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, we are very particular. Like it has to be no egg, no meat. We make sure
Okay.
that we keep the same sentence, like
Uh-huh.
two or three times to the when we order. But yeah, that's been our practice. In fact, go out and explore.
Okay, quite interesting because I thought that you must be the only couple who did not miss the outside food this lockdown. But I guess
No,
you are a part of our team as well. So I would like to begin the episode by asking you about your journey. What inspired you to start food blogging?
yeah, I think it was. I think it didn't inspire anything. In fact, it was just to kill the time. In fact, she started this thing. In fact,
Uh-huh.
she didn't start blogging directly there. She started a tiffin service back in those days when we were in Melbourne,
Okay.
and she was not having a proper visa to work, but she wanted to keep herself busy and occupied, so she started this tiffin service. And as part of the tiffin service, she signed up for an free WordPress account where she started putting up the recipes so that for the potential customer, she
Uh-huh.
could share these things, how it will be cooked, and gradually we thought, why not we start the blogging, and that's how the blogging started, in fact. And then at the same time there was this BuzzFeed making a lot of noise
Yeah.
with their videos, and then we thought, okay, let's start putting up the videos, and we started putting up the videos into the Facebook, like
Uh-huh.
any other food
There
blog.
wasn't any other like
Yeah.
Indian food bloggers or any Indian cuisine who were showcasing their video like in such short time. So
Okay.
we thought like, why can't we start in such a way where we can show in 1 or 2 minutes, and then we started off like shooting the videos in square format, and we were uploading it on Facebook. We
Uh-huh.
got initially we in the initial first video itself we started to see the difference, like the response what we were finding with
Right.
posting step by step food recipes, and with the video we could see that there was a lots of difference in that. And then we thought like, yeah, people are like more interested in watching the videos than like reading the blog.
Yes, yes, true.
And at the same time, I think there was this new scheme. I think in India as well, like the Geo plan. I think was rolled out. There were so many new customers with the free internet, and that's how I think it helped us.
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
So many people joined, Facebook, and everyone started.
Different different areas and also different age group people started to now watch videos, started to join Facebook and like started to watch
Right.
videos. So it was also helpful for us.
That is actually quite interesting. And the fact is that since it's within 2 to 3 minutes, you get all the information within that time, and that is what we want. Like, we are so lazy, especially our generation, that we want everything within that stipulated time or we won't do it. So
Yeah.
I think that is the USP of your videos, which I personally really enjoyed.
Thanks for that.
Why Hebbar's Kitchen? I mean, did you?
I don't know. I have to ask with Archana. In fact, again, this was not something she named it for the blog. She named it for the tiffin service. In fact, and
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know why she named it, but I think it actually.
It actually represents represents our culture. Now, initially I started blogging, or like initially I started to start the food service mainly of showcasing our cuisine. That's like now from Udupi style of cooking,
Yeah.
and people were liking such recipes and all. And
Okay.
even people like they were asking for the catering order. Also, we were getting such kind of requests itself to send us Udupi style
Authentic
rasam,
one.
sambar, all such kinds of Udupi
Right,
recipes.
right.
Yeah, and the main motive was to of course we are like from vegetarian background, and like something which represents our name, and I didn't want to say like keep my name, and doesn't make any sense to keep my husband's name. And I think that because we didn't had a kid at that time, so I think I didn't name after my kid Avni.
Okay.
And the only thing what I got to like came to my mind was like Hebar's Kitchen, which actually says like Hebar is the community where we are from, where it's a it's a Brahmin community where we don't have any egg or any non-vegetarian
Very
stuff. We are
conservative,
very
in fact,
conservative.
in terms of food, in fact.
Yeah.
So I think at the same time, I think it actually gelled together, like in Hebar's Kitchen. In fact, it also, you can easily, easily.
When we came up with the name, and even my husband, I told even my husband just liked it, and we thought like, yeah, even my parents, everyone liked it. So we just thought like, instead of giving a second thought, we just thought, okay, let's start with this name. Anyway, it came to our mind in the first place. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, instead of wasting time, we just started, which was quite.
Yeah, it's actually not like a motive that will be now ending up to what we are now. And like after 5 or 6 years later, I don't know where we'll be again. So it's like never ending stage. Yeah, we'll be like learning
I
from
completely agree. I think it took me 4 months to come up with the name for the podcast itself. So so it's good that you went with whatever came to your head first. But Archana, as you mentioned, you were mostly focusing on South Indian dishes because people used to ask you for recipes. So then, when did you decide to transition from South Indian to other cuisines?
Yeah, so like now it's everyone likes South Indian, like everyone likes Indian cuisine, in fact.
Yeah.
And being from South India, being from Udupi, like I'm actually now I was now born and brought up in Udupi itself. And I was actually like, they were like, I was getting fed with only Udupi stuff. But we all, when we go to restaurant, we always end up going to North Indian restaurants when we are in South India, and then when people are in North India, they end up going to the South Indian restaurant.
Correct,
So
of
it's
course.
always like we crave for something which we actually won't cook in house. And then people like from South, we initially we started to get more of South Indian like recipe requests, and the audience was from South India. And then they thought like instead of like going to restaurant and cooking like not enjoying the North Indian food, why can't we try North Indian recipes right like being in home itself? So they started to ask me to post North Indian recipes and all. Then
Okay.
I thought like, yeah, that's a good option. Like it's always good to have different recipes in one place itself rather than just showcasing South Indian food. So then I started to showcase the North Indian curries, naan, biryanis, and also like like the
Yeah, biryani is controversial. You can't say it is a North
North
Indian
Indian.
dish.
But different
I
ways
think
of
cuisines
cooking.
are from all over the world now, not just North Indian and
Yes,
South
I
Indian.
know. Biryani is
Now you
have
have
become a
transition.
language of India. In fact, not just specific to any state. That it has become a statement. It has become a language of all the states. In fact, but I
So
guess she was right there. When we started, it was small. In fact, we were getting a lot of positive response from the small community. But at the same time, we were getting a lot of requests for other variations as well. And also, we wanted to expand. And I think getting into the other area of North Indian was a good choice as well for us. In fact, and also it improves our even though we are vegetarian, there is a limited set of recipes you can try it out. But why not? You can't you try. But having said that, we back in India, when we go out, we usually go out and have those paneer curries and all those things. So we were well versed with that. But yeah, initially when we started, we were focusing too much authentic, but at the same time, we wanted to expand as well. So North Indian, it opens up a lot of recipes for us. So yeah, that's how we started entering
even the
into.
sweets,
Yeah.
everything, yeah.
So initially, when we had opened up this blog, in fact, there was a tagline, something called
Indian
authentic,
recipes.
authentic South Indian recipes. But then we
Okay.
gradually transitioned into Indian veg recipes. So that's how we,
Yeah, we focus on like complete Indian cuisines, like from North India to South India.
but at the same time, we don't want to actually lose that touch of that South Indian as well. In fact,
So if you go to our website, you can see most of our recipes are from South India, and even the North Indian recipes what we post will be like now we'll be having what do you say that you'll
having
have
that touch of that.
South India as well.
Okay, so you add your own tadka to it, in short.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You can say, yeah.
Interesting. So, were you always a gourmet cook, or did you have any experimental disasters like us?
Yes, of course. We have this one on a regular basis. In fact, yesterday, in fact, there was a disaster. She was trying out a new recipes, and it was a deep fried snack recipe, and there was a disaster there. Like it started exploding. In fact, and there was a drop of oil, which came to my face, and it landed in my forehead. In fact, so
Oh
there
my
is
God.
always disaster.
Yeah. So it's always like we keep on experimenting stuff. So it's always not a straightforward like what we get. It's always easy for you guys to just see and say, "Oh wow, it's so easy," and we can
Yeah.
we can just try. But there is a lot of process and like, lots of hard work which will be taken like back of that phase.
Yeah, hard work and also pain here.
Yeah, of course, man. I'm damn sure that it takes a lot of time. Considering the fact that it's just a 3-minute video, how much time does it actually take to shoot the entire process?
Again, it depends on the recipe to recipe. Some of the recipes, like if you consider that moong dal halwa, which had posted recently, it's actually shown in just 3.5 minutes or something. But I think I took like almost 2 hours of cooking in that. And when it comes to the video, you actually end up taking more than at what time is actually required to cook. So because you have to show each and every step, and it can't be done parallelly. I have to do it like step by step because we'll be showcasing each and every stage of the recipe. So it has to be done in a single like only one-handedly we can do it, not done it parallelly. And but when you see the video, I just say like after 20 minutes, after 25 minutes, after 40 minutes, like that. You just jump the time. And that actually makes you easy to understand also, and you feel like okay, it's so easy to do it, and then but actually there is lots of hard work, like you need to keep stirring. There's so much energy also required, which you won't actually see it in the video unless you try it. So
Exactly.
it's very difficult to say like how much time actually I do require to
But I
just,
think in an average, in fact, she takes around 3 to 4 hours for the cooking video. And again,
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it takes around 3 to 4 hours, I think, because, recipe development, ingredients gathering, in fact, and, and sometimes,
I need to keep everything ready. It's not like now, okay, I need to get this ingredient.
Exactly.
And then, I need to keep everything ready. And I need to actually make sure that what step I'll be doing the next. So it's not like, okay, I'm adding this ingredient. It's
the
not like
script
that.
has to be done. She writes the script, in fact, it has to be executed.
So that it will be easy to understand as well and easy to remember. So
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
vegetables together. It
Because,
needs
and
a
at the same time, I think she makes these videos like, today we are releasing one video, but the video has been shot like, maybe a week back. And
Oh,
you
yeah,
can't
of
remember.
course.
So the script helps, in fact, to actually process the video and also to write the blog there. So yeah, there's a lot of process there, and also I think she takes around 3 to 4 hours to edit the video then.
My God, that is so much work just for a 3-minute video. And I think you must
I
be
know.
planning your videos in advance, right? So that
Yeah.
not much of an effort for you.
We actually try to shoot at least 1 week's video well ahead.
Okay.
But these days it's getting a little tight because it's like never what we plan will never execute because of I think it's very bad to blame Avni, but yeah, that's how it is.
Let's blame Amni for everything now.
At least you have
need
someone to
someone,
blame.
it's like now she keeps us like so busy, and also she needs attention. It's not like you can't just leave her and start making videos. She's like
Yeah.
6 months very soon. And,
Not yet,
she-
not yet. I think when she grows up a little, then you can do that. Hey, take these toys. Now
I
play
think
with
when
it.
she grows up, in fact, the plan is to give the editing part to her. You made us work so hard during those times. Now it's your turn. You have to do the editing part.
Yeah, you can do that. For sure. So, from where do you source your recipes? Do you follow cookbooks, or do people send in their recipes now that they know you?
Yeah, actually now we do also get lots of recipe from our viewers. They'll be very happy. They'll just ask us like, can you just please try our recipe and post it as a video on Heba's Kitchen. So they feel like it's a pride feeling also
So
to
sweet.
showcase their recipes, authentic recipes to be put on Heba's Kitchen. And even it's very nice for us also to get authentic recipes. It's so difficult to find the authentic recipes unless someone
Yes, it
shares
is.
it with us. Yeah, so it's very nice for us also to get such recipes, and also we keep experimenting and we keep evolving with the recipes and all those things.
Of course, and also she follows the
Cookbooks,
cookbook as well. I'm not sure if you have heard of Kaimbali Saraswati. She's one of the famous author,
yeah.
South Indian author. She has both, in fact,
Okay.
North Indian as well as South Indian there. So we
Mainly
follow her.
focusing on
But yeah, it's I think it's for the pro, in fact, because it's not comprehensive. Her recipe is like 1 or 2 lines. That's it.
Okay.
Go and deal with it. And so,
Okay, it's
yeah,
like our
what
colleges.
is-
So
Yes.
they just teach
For
you
the
the
pro,
overview
in
and then you have
fact.
to learn.
You need to actually decode the recipe properly and then try to show in such a way that it's very easy to understand. Also, you taste also very good.
Okay. Quite interesting. So, I would just like to personally say that I have tried 1 or 2 of your recipes. Like I have tried, my mom has tried hundreds, and
Mhm.
so interesting, so easy to do, especially the pav bhaji recipe. So I always
Okay.
pav bhaji was very difficult to make till I saw your video. And then I felt, okay, this is something I can achieve on my own. And so I made it, and it was actually good on the first attempt. So thank you. Thank you for your videos. They actually make our life better.
Thanks a lot for
Thanks a
trying
lot, yeah.
for trying that recipe.
So how do you, I mean, which is your favorite dish as compared to what you prepare for others?
Yeah, if you, my biryani is my favorite. Even my husband's like biryani, and like for me, biryani and raita is enough. Whereas for my husband, for if he make biryani, then he needs salan also along with that. So without salan,
Oh,
he says like, please make me
nice.
salan. He can't do salan, so he just end up asking me like, can you please make me salan? Otherwise, he find it like eating biryani without salan is like no bad.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
But
with the
look, of course, biryani is very favorite for, it's very much favorite for both of us. But at the end of the day, in fact, simple saru we call it, or rasam,
saru, yeah.
Udupi rasam,
Uh-huh.
or a simple sambar, a coconut-based sambar with a boiled rice. I think or matta rice you call
Yes,
it.
yes. I am from Kerala only, so I know all
Yes,
that.
so yeah, the boiled rice, even it's very popular in my
Yeah.
native as well. It's a simple coconut-based sambar, or with a simple chutney with the boiled rice. We call it ganji. There, it's
Uh-huh.
anytime whenever we are bored, whenever we are happy, whenever we are depressed, that particular thing is always a hit.
Yeah,
That's
it's
Yeah.
always nice.
It's a comfort
It's
food.
a healthy food and also
Yeah,
easy digestible. Yeah, you don't have
Yes.
to do also cook also much in that. It's more
Exactly.
relaxing and nice to eat. Yeah.
Most of my, in
Yeah.
fact, even the relatives, friends who live in India, they get surprised, when I say that, we get that boiled rice here and we cook it regularly. And like, oh, they think, whenever someone travels overseas, they always eat basmati. It's not, it's not there.
I was about to ask you, do you get that rice there?
Yeah,
we
we
do
do
get
get that. We make sure that if we don't get it in one grocery, we go into another one, and
We try to find it.
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes even we go to Sydney just to get such kind of rice.
Okay,
It's
that is the
comfort
level
food,
of
in fact.
dedication. You have that level of dedication to eat boiled rice. I'm proud of you. My
It's
family
actually
would
very
be really
nice.
proud.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good to have simple food.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes, for sure. Even I think 2 days ago, we got really bored of all these experiments that we were trying, and we also had me at home. So I understand what you mean. It actually makes a lot of difference to just have some comfort food,
Yes.
and it just changes your day. So do you have a team that you work with, or are you still working alone?
No, we got a big team.
And
No,
together,
it's a-
actually, I think you both are doing the editing and.
So most of the hard work is done here, but we have a fairly sized team. In fact, we can proudly say that it's a small business now.
Yeah.
So we got a team back in India as well. Like it's a closely held, within the family. In fact, so yeah, we got a team there to support us. In fact, it could be communication, it could be the website handling. Yeah, we got a team there.
Okay. Because now I think it has blown up, and a lot of people know about it, and it's
Yeah.
for sure. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that you would require a team to get everything in place.
Yep.
So did you have any initial hurdles that you faced while setting up the blog and the channel? And if you did, how did you overcome them?
Yeah, hurdles, like each phase has its own hurdles. You can't say like now we are like now fully fine now.
Let's blame Avni here as well. Now the hurdle is Avni.
Pavam, when she grows up and she hears to this podcast, she'll be like, what is this?
No, just jokes apart. In fact, every phase, I
Stages,
think,
yeah.
every stage, there will be a hurdle. In fact, and that's how you actually, keep yourself motivated there. Otherwise, it becomes monotonous. In fact, there has to be some challenges, to thrill you. In fact, it can't be easy, smooth ride. And that's how, in fact, every year, every stage, every month, in fact, every day there is a hurdle. In fact, the time is a hurdle. In fact, as of now for us, in fact. So yes, so sometimes we we think that there should be at least 30 hours a day. In fact, 24 hours is less. In fact, so
Okay.
time as of now, let's say it's a big burden.
I think even if you get 30 hours a day, it is still going to be less because
I guess
definitely.
hurdle. So it's better to have less time and try to sleep one time would be more interesting, I guess. It's almost been 5 years, I think, since you started Hebba's Kitchen.
Yeah, it's 5
So,
years now.
Yeah. So does that mean that you have not cooked the same dish twice in the past 5 years?
No. In fact, there has to be a saturation level. In fact, some of the recipes, in fact, like let's say, in 2016, we posted one recipe there. The standard of posting was different then.
Right.
Video quality was different. The way you consume that video was different now, and now it's totally different there. So so that's the reason we recycle. In fact, and also she might have found a better way to cook the same thing. Then she just recycles. In fact, she brings it down and puts a new one. So
new way of doing it, and also easy to understand also. Because even we learn from what we have done, so it's never ending. So once you cook the sambar itself, if you consider when we cook the sambar, we might have not done we might have done it in by adding different masala or something, and then we realize if you do in different way, then it will taste even more better. So then we try to make it even modernize that recipe and try to post it.
Okay.
And also I think like for example, in 2016, people just crave for a authentic sambar recipe, just for an example. But these days there are so many bloggers, so many video creators there. Everyone posts authentic sambar recipe. So there's a bigger crowd of posting the same content there. So you got to stand out there. So today the popular way is to make it an instant sambar. The same one, you got to recycle in a way that it's a instant, and there are so many hacks to make it quick. And maybe for example cake one, in fact they don't have an oven. Initially we were putting a lot of cake recipes with oven, but these days we don't do oven, and we target cooker based one, kadai based. The same recipe has changed now. So
it's quite interesting that you have been recycling your old videos, because it is quite difficult to come up with new ideas and new innovations all the time. It's quite hectic to do so. And maintain it for 5 years is a big task, my God. So how have you been dealing with the competition? You just said that there's competition. How do you deal with that? Does it affect you at all?
Competition is a must. In fact, it thrills you. If there is a competition, that's how you actually.
It actually motivates to put more effort. And
it actually thrills you. In fact, you can't have a. For example, if there is in a village, there is one bus, there is no thrill. In fact, there has to be multiple buses to serve the, villages there. There is a thrill there. And I think, that's how we have been. In fact, we've been targeting, targeting is a wrong word, I guess. We have been, baselining ourselves to one particular, let's say, and that's how we target this thing. And then, that's how we, achieve that we need to be there, something like that. So it has to be. And I think whatever we have reached, in fact we see we have to reach that particular milestone, and that keeps us motivating. And we need a competition there for sure.
I'm glad that you look at it that way, and it doesn't affect you as much. How does a typical day in your life look like is something I'm interested in knowing now.
It's all each day will be actually very different, so you can't say I can feel how today's day was actually. It will be easy for me to stay and also to understand as well. So as soon as we wake up, we give a shower. I feed Agni actually, and then give a oil massage to her. We try to keep as traditional as possible from our side. And now even the parents are not here, so it's just me and my husband. So it's a little difficult for us to do all the traditional stuff. So whatever values we have got, like it's easy and which is easy digestible also from our side, we are doing it. So we just give a oil massage to her. Yeah, I give a oil massage to her, and then my husband gives a shower, like bath to her.
Okay.
I help her a little by holding her and all those things. But and
It's
after
okay.
that, yeah. Do you know dhupa? So it's like we put
For the small babies, in fact, after the hot shower bath, in fact,
shower
we give dhupam, or
it's
Really?
like
yes.
Dhupam
yes.
means that you burn that incense stick and then you
Yes.
yeah.
yeah.
So we do that.
Oh,
That, so that she doesn't get a cold. That's the science behind it. But we are just following those rituals.
Okay.
Because that has been given to me and also to my wife, and that's the culture we need to pass it on to the next generation. That's the attempt there. So we've been doing that one, and then
And then you feed her.
she
put her to
feeds her.
sleep.
Yeah, she feeds her. I prepare the breakfast there simultaneously, and
Put her to sleep, and then come and have breakfast. What prepared by my husband.
you're laughing.
So yeah, each day he prepares some. He attempts to prepare something, but end up missing something some days. But
Okay.
still, it's nice to eat like prepared from your husband,
Uh-huh.
and also a tea. And then I said to first I just see what's the response we got it from the previous video. So where did I go wrong, or like
Yeah.
it's always nice to know the feedback, the comments to read from the viewers. So I just keep a track of like what they have commented and what they're asking for the next recipes, and like what changes they are looking for and all those things. And I try to reply to a couple of them, and then we'll start. I'll start to plan for today's day. How it has to be done and all those things. We'll start video editing. If I'm supposed to do a video, then I start like arranging the kitchen for that video, the ingredients and all those things. Then within no time, what I have to do, I'll be thinking Abhi wakes up. So it's like, okay, I'm having a break with my work, and then I'll attend her. Then I need to feed her again, play with her a little, and then play with her a little, and then again I'll start cooking. My husband will be taking care of her. Yeah, so I'll be focusing more mainly on videos and Heba's kitchen stuff, whereas my husband now he focuses on cooking, like day-to-day cooking for us. So I'll be doing all fancy stuff and all those things for videos.
Okay.
But we need to have something for lunch and all, right? Which
Right.
needs to be healthy, and also some basic stuff. So the husband does that, and then again the same thing, feeding her, putting her back to sleep. Meanwhile, I'll be just doing the Heba's kitchen stuff, video editing, and all those things. And that's how the day will be very busy, and I don't know how.
So in short, in fact, she mainly focuses, as of
Yes.
now, in fact, she mainly focuses on recipe creation, video creation and editing there. Whereas I focus mainly on the technical aspect of it, managing the offshore team there.
Okay. And also the kitchen.
Kitchen, of course.
Yeah.
How could I forget that? And also managing the kitchen there. Like not the Heba's kitchen, our kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it keeps us busy. In fact, we had a yummy dinner. So it was it's busy.
It's busy and it's quite interesting, quite hectic, and Avni is taking up almost half the time.
Again, you have started now blaming Avni there. So
Yeah, so you blaming Avni. Wow, I'm serious. Please don't allow her to listen to this episode. She's going to kill me. She'll find my mail ID and she'll be like, okay, who is
It's
this
actually we keep blaming her now, but when she's sleeping, we actually miss her.
I
Okay,
know.
when she's going to get her, when she's
Yes.
going to wake up, we'll be just waiting for her.
yeah, and now she has started responding back as well, and also she needs
yes.
a lot of attention there. Like she plays her by herself for 5 minutes. then she doesn't cry, but she starts screaming, in fact,
Yeah, she looks
Yeah.
for.
and we
she
have to
wants-
attend her. We need to talk to her.
We need to play with her.
play her, sing a song. We need to dance in front of her, and she enjoys it. She loves it, and that's one of the things. In fact, we miss when now she's sleeping, and we miss that one.
I think that is one of the best rewards of having a child, right? You can make that child.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
That pure laughter is, that's actually a beautiful thing to see. I remember when my nephew was little, now he's grown up. So now, so when he was a child, I absolutely loved to play with him. And he used to laugh the moment he saw me. So whenever I used to go to office, I used to miss him. And when I came back, it used to be just me and him the entire time. Now he's not here. He's with my brother and Bhabhi. They are in the US right now. So
Uh-huh.
I absolutely miss him, and I have missed 2 years of his, like 1.5 years of his life now. And he's outgrown me. He's like, okay, fine. Amma is in the other city, it's fine. When I meet her, otherwise it's okay. So that is one of the most beautiful things of having a child at home, for sure. You also mentioned that you go and look for feedback on the comments and what people have said about your work, and you keep improving. Do people ever send you pictures of the recipes that they have tried out, and how do you feel when that
Yes,
is?
definitely. If you just scroll out the comments on the Facebook videos, you can see there are lots of
Every
photos.
post, in
Every
fact,
post we will be getting the photos of what they have tried, and also we get emails and also Facebook Messenger,
I know a lot of people use Instagram
Yeah,
now.
on Instagram also they keep tagging us.
They put it in the stories there as well, they
Oh, so
whatever they try.
Yeah, it's very nice to see when the most nice to see is like the way I present it, the same plate or same
Kind of, arrangement.
decoration and all those things. They try to replicate it. It's very nice to see even that.
Okay, so it's quite interesting, and it's also, I think, a little inspirational to have people come and show you what they have been doing for so long, and you be inspiration to them. I think it's a nice feeling for sure. So I just wanted to know: is there a role of a taster that I can apply for?
Taste tester, I think it's always my husband. I think he doesn't want to give up that role. You need to ask him whether he's ready to give up that.
I'm a very critical taste tester, unbiased, in fact, and I think that is helping. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know whether we need the taste tester, but we need a video editor for sure.
Oh my God! I think I'll keep a lookout for that. If you are really, really interested, I will ask around, and I will let you know if there's somebody who can help you out with the videos. Okay, so my chances of being a taste tester are gone. Share. So I just wanted to ask you, is there any message you would like to give someone who wants to pursue food blogging?
Yes, of course. We get a lot of emails,
Yeah.
about how to start a food blogging. We with our capacity, in fact, we try to explain, and we try to respond them. But one thing is very common in these emails or these messages, that how much money you earn from this blogging. In fact, I feel very depressed when I see that one, because that's not how we started, in fact, and I believe in that particular idea as well. Like, there shouldn't be you shouldn't be thinking of a monetary benefit, before you start something. In fact, that's not that's not the foundation you have to put into any particular job there. You have to give your best, and then money will automatically follow. And I think that's one of the message I try to respond as well. Like, don't think about the money.
Yeah, just be consistent and give your best. That's it. Yeah.
Money will follow you, but I think the money is the motive there. Like, how much money, and based on that, can I start the blogging? And I think for me, it's a very wrong foundation.
Yeah, it's not just one day job or something.
Yes.
Yeah, it has to be. You have to give your best.
Honestly, when we started this, we didn't knew that we could make money out of it. In fact, we just went with the flow, and then we later started thinking, oh yeah, we can make money out of it. Then we know it. Of course, it motivated us, but it wasn't a part of the deal when we started it. In fact, and I think yeah. You should be going in that direction, not with the money. Like if it can make money, then because I remember we didn't get a single penny. Like even after 6 or 7 months when we started this one.
Mhm.
So there was a lot of dedication, lot of effort we put in. Then we realized that there is a money out of it. But if money was the primary reason to start it, 6 months, you won't be able to survive by just posting daily that. So yeah, if you want to do this one, do it, but don't keep money as the primary objective of it.
Okay. That is one thing people have to do keep in mind. But assuming I do have to ask you this question that is there money in this field? And assuming that I'm a food blogger, do I have to approach other people, or do people approach me after seeing my work?
So there is money in this, but at the same time now,
I think you may have realized by now. In fact, there is a money, and when I say there is a team, to manage this one, then of course there is the money. Now, for sure, there is the money. I wouldn't deny that one. But we do not approach anyone. Any brands, they approach us, and I think that we don't have that much time to approach anyone there. And that's one part of the revenue stream there are so many other ways you can make money out of this one, so definitely there is.
Okay, so just in case anybody had that doubt and wanted to start food blogging, there is money, but then if you are consistent and people love your work, they are going to approach you any which ways. So consistency is something that has to be looked at.
Yeah.
So this is one question that I ask everybody on my podcast. It is called what is your definition of being settled? Because everyone tells you to be settled, but nobody tells you what is settled for them.
That's a very tricky question, in fact. I think just before this interview, we were discussing. I was just browsing the news, in fact, after my dinner, and I saw this news where famous, Khushbu, actress.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so she was with one particular party there, one of the famous political party, and she joined another party now, and that actually triggered me. Like she's a veteran. She has been a successful actress, during her era. But now, what motivated her, in fact, to switch from one particular political party to another political party there. And then we started discussing, that means, there is nothing called settled. You have to, run your house. You have to keep it rolling there. There is nothing called settled. Even, she might be, 50 plus now. She's still, struggling from one, switching. There must be a strong reason. There must be a strong motive there for her.
Yeah, you can't say struggling also.
But yeah, she is still,
keeping herself
busy there. Yeah. There is no
She's
settling
finding
for
her
her.
ways to,
Yes.
whatever is working for her.
Yes. So there is no settled for anyone. In fact, when you say settled, I think maybe going to Himalaya and doing the that's settled for me. In fact, for us, we are in this materialistic world. There is no settled there. You have to do. You have to contribute. You have to contribute to the society there, and you have to explore new things, and you have to get something in back as well. So yeah, there is no settled there. There is always a fight.
Okay. So, this was my last question. I'm done with all the questions. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this. And thank you for creating such easy to follow quick recipes for us millennials. Heba's Kitchen has catered to one of the major problems that we had, that is our impatience. And I'm thankful that you chose the Unsettling podcast to share your journey. Thank you.
Thanks, Amrita. Thanks for
Yeah, thanks a lot, Amrita, for inviting us and to be part of this podcast. podcast is something very new to us, in fact, and you were so comfortable for us, in fact, to answer that one. Thanks a lot, and really appreciate that.
Yeah, sorry for the delay.
That's not an issue. Actually, I was the most excited to have you guys on my podcast, and I'm really glad that this is your first podcast as well. So I feel that I'm, an integral part of your journey. So thank you, thank you. I know there were a lot of issues, and we are blaming Avni for this as well. So okay, Avni, when you grow up, don't find me. Thank
One
you.
day she will, I know once she grows up and when she listens this one, and I think she'll take revenge on both of us here.
I am fearful of that for sure.
And also maybe you as well, Lilith, who is this Amrita? We need to take revenge on her.
Ayyo, hope that doesn't happen. But if that does, I'm disappearing for sure. Changing everything, mail ID, contact number, and disappearing. Ayyo. Thank you so much. So anyway, I think the people do know which websites you have, but I will be adding all the links in the description so that people can find you, they can follow you, and they will also know your story. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks,
you.
Amrita.
See ya. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Hi! If you can hear this, that means you have reached the end of the episode. So like, share, subscribe, follow, stay tuned to Unsettling. And if you want to get in touch with me, you can always reach out to me on my Instagram page, amritasukumar_unsettling, or send me an email on podcast.unsettling.as@gmail.com. Hope to hear from you soon. Bye.